If you are confused about what swords you should actually grind for in Sailor Peace, this is probably the only sword guide you're going to need. In this video, I'll show you the best swords to get from early game all the way into C2, including the easiest farming methods and which weapons are actually worth upgrading. The very first sword every player should get is Katana. You can buy it at Starter Island for only 2.5k money. Obviously this sword isn't overpowered or anything, but for early game it's actually really solid and helps you level much faster at the start. After Katana, your next goal should definitely be Dark Blade. You can find this sword at Snow Island, and it costs 250,000 money, plus 150 gems. Compared to Katana, the damage difference feels huge, and progression becomes way easier once you unlock it. Now after that, one of the best swords you can get in C1 is Griffin. You can find it at Shibuya Station. Honestly, this sword is insanely good for how early you can unlock it. Once you upgrade it and put a strong passive on it, you can probably use it until max level without problems. A lot of players actually keep Griffin for a very long time because the sword scales really well once upgraded properly. So if you manage to get a good passive on it early, you honestly won't need to replace it for a while. After Griffin, the next massive upgrade is Soul Reaper. Before starting this grind, I highly recommend saving at least 500 keys first, because getting everything for this weapon can take a pretty long time if your luck is bad. To unlock Soul Reaper, you need to buy it from the boss exchange using 500 boss tickets. Boss tickets are obtained by killing bosses, and the best farming method is honestly just auto-spawning Night Boss over and over again until you finally reach 500 tickets. Once you finally unlock Soul Reaper, make sure to fully upgrade it and put Rampage passive on the sword. Trust me, the damage becomes way better after upgrading it properly, and this sword can carry extremely hard through the rest of C1. Now we move into one of the hardest C1 grinds, and that is Ice Queen Sword. To spawn the boss, you need Frost Relics, which can be farmed at Lawless Island. Start collecting these as early as possible, because you'll need a lot of them later. To actually unlock Ice Queen's Sword, you need Frost Empress Title, 4 OK Gems, 1 Ice Core, 4 Ice Brand, 9 Glacier Remnants, 17 Battle Shards, and 25 Frost Relics. Most of these materials are dropped directly by the Ice Queen boss. Now, here's probably the best tip I can give you guys for this grind. Use the pity system. Auto-spawn Night Boss until around 23 pity, then turn it off completely. After that, go defeat Ice Queen because your chances of getting the rare materials become MUCH higher. This method honestly saves a massive amount of time, especially when farming Ice Core and the other rare drops. Without pity, the grind can take forever, so definitely use this trick if you want to progress faster. Once you finally get Ice Queen's Sword, fully upgrade it immediately and put Rampage passive on it. I also highly recommend unlocking the F move because it makes the weapon way stronger overall and helps a ton while grinding bosses and enemies. To unlock the F move, you need Frostbane Clan, Ice Queen Sword, 2 Ice Core, 10 Frozen Brand, and 85 Frost Relics. You can find the NPC on top of the giant hand. The grind is definitely long, but honestly, the move is completely worth it. Now that we're finally done with C1, let's move into C2. The first weapon you should grind for here is Asta Anti-Magic. Before farming it, use the Quake method at sea to Starter Island and save up at least 100 crystal keys first. Once you have enough keys, head over to Punch Island and start Crystal Defense. Equip a full damage build, stand close to the crystal, and use Auto 5 move with Ice Queen Sword. Also, make sure Auto Reset is enabled in settings because it helps surviving become way easier. Try reaching around wave 60 because that gives you the best chances at getting Asta Anti-Magic. If your luck is still terrible after grinding for a while, you can always save up 5,000 keys and buy the weapon directly from the shop instead. Finally, we have Dragon Goddess, which is honestly one of the hardest weapons to get in Sailor Peace right now. You can obtain it from Kraken or Sea Beast drops, but the drop rate is extremely low, so don't expect to get it quickly. My biggest advice for Dragon Goddess is trying to join servers where players are already farming Kraken or Sea Beast. You can also join the Sailor Peace Discord server and look for farming groups there because it makes the grind way easier overall. Just make sure you deal at least 10% damage during the fight so you can still receive rewards and possible drops. Otherwise, you might waste your time and get nothing from the boss. Thank you guys for watching. If this video helped you out, make sure to like and subscribe because we're trying to hit 100 subscribers before the end of May. Peace.